Hello and welcome to the channel, and welcome to the first video on Quarry Kid Builds. This video is going to have a look at an iron golem farm. I designed this to generate iron golems, which then are converted into iron ingots, and let's go take a look at it. So this is the iron golem farm, and it consists of a building that contains 3 villagers that I captured from a neighboring village. I brought them over. I get the villagers into a boat and then put a lead on the boat and pulled it over to this house. So I first built this house and included a fence around it, and I would pull the boat into the fenced area, close the fence off, and then get the villagers out of the boat and bring them into the building. And when I had 3 villagers in the building, I put the steel door up, and there they are. They're in there with their beds, and they are not able to escape. To get the villagers to panic and create or spawn the iron golems, they are exposed to this zombie. The zombie sits in a hole with a piston, and the piston is operated by the daylight sensor. When it's night, the zombie drops out of sight, and it allows the villagers to sleep. And then when it's daytime, the zombie is raised up, and the villagers will see him, and they will panic and generate an iron golem. Important note is the zombie has a name tag on him to prevent him from despawning. That's, I think, the typical method to keep them. And I waited till it was dark and lured the zombie across here, and he fell into the hole. There's a trap door that I left open, but I think the zombies always think the trap doors are closed. And of course it was night, so he dropped down and was in this lower level. I had the glass blocks with me that I quickly built up around him, and that prevents him from escaping again. The iron golems, they're restricted to spawning up on the roof. They will not spawn if you convert areas to pathway. And I think they don't spawn on items like stairs, fence, and they don't spawn on glass block. I then added from the roof the glass block walls, and added water at the far end. And when when a golem is spawned, he's standing in the water, and the water pushes him to the edge, and he drops in. In this pit are 8 hoppers, each with its own chest connected to it, and in the center is some netherrack that I ignited, and that's burning. And the zombie will fall in and be torched by the netherrack, and once he is burned and dies, the iron ingots and the flowers will fall into one of the hoppers, and it's just a matter of checking the chests and pulling out the iron ingots. And this one has some in it, plus a flower. Also some here, some here. So once this was up and running, it has been spawning iron golems, and they fall in. I think we're going to have to wait a little bit. I think that these villagers need to sleep once, so we're probably going to pause the video for a minute and then take a look. It's also almost night. I'll go sleep too, and we'll get back to this in the morning and take a look at the spawning iron golems. Okay, so we're back. It's morning. Villagers have slept and they promptly spawned an iron golem. I'm going to just set some scaffolding down so we can take a quick look. And you'll see that he falls and is, randomly falls into the pit. Is with the netherrack burning in the center, it gets every iron golem. They all burn, and when he is destroyed, his iron ingots will just fall into one of the 8 hoppers. After he is destroyed, it takes, I think, a minimum of 30 seconds to generate another one. So we'll probably pause the video and take a look at another one spawning. Okay. There was another one that was summoned by the villagers, and he was only on the roof for a brief moment and fell in and is being roasted into iron ingots. And this process, as long as the player is, I think, within 128 blocks, this process just continues during the daylight hours. At night, the villagers sleep, and then they're not summoning the iron golems. And it creates check these chests again, it creates a steady flow of iron, which I'll help myself to. And he's gone too, and they went in there. So that is my design for an iron golem farm. The glass blocks also on the sides here of this chamber, they keep the iron golem contained, and they help make sure that the iron ingots fall into the hoppers and not out of the area. And that's it. This is working, and I have a steady flow at this base of iron ingots, which is very handy. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and look for more videos. There are some improvements that I want to make. So I have another iron golem farm under construction. I'm going to do things a little bit different, same basic design, but some improvements. And then I have many other structures and items that I've built that I want to share. So check out the channel again, and thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.